Dawn Blades have the most agility in the game, so they can get to top middle the fastest. So I completely ignore C. And go to B because I know I'll be one of the first people here, and any other Warlock that's here, I can probably out primary. Like, I'm never scared to take a primary fight against any game. So if I come top middle and there's another good Warlock going top middle, pushing to the same spot, I can probably 1v1 him pretty comfortably. So I get to B and I notice that their team is already done capping A, so they're all going to be funneling into the left hallway. So I look up, see if anybody's challenging. No one's challenging. I throw a grenade to cut off anybody who's going to have an angle on me here. Typically what people do is they walk forward to this little spot in the corridor and they shoot B. So I threw this nade to keep people from doing that. Then I look right because my radar was telling me someone was coming from this direction, and this is honestly the only place where I can take damage. See? The only place I could take damage from. So I focus on this. Get a quick kill on him. I still have my healing rift, so I'm just chilling out. Guys are pushing into my guns. And then I challenge this guy aggressively. Shotgun him. Come back to top middle, following the red on my radar. Pretty much just staying safe. See, this guy gets slowed by his smoke, even though there was no animation on the smoke. A lot of people might not have noticed that. But there was a smoke on the ground that didn't have any animation that slowed me down. So I see him challenging my teammate. I push him. Easy kill. I know their team is spawning on C because we're capping A. Start looking towards A corridor. I know there's a guy here. Choose to ignore him because he's playing passive. Try and baited him out. Push top middle after I faked him. Now, if you look at my radar, you'll see that all my teammates are either on A spawning or behind me. You see 4 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4 dots here, and they're all behind me on my right. And then there's one guy dead. So I realize, okay, I'm alone and there's a lot of enemies coming, right? There's 3 enemies right here. Boom, 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 maybe even more, because this could be 2, this could be 2, this could be 2. So there's 3 people here, and I'm thinking to myself, what do I have to do to live, right? So I play the head glitch on this little lip of the wall right here. I decide to play this head glitch and use my healing rift to get some kills. There's one. I know that if I shoot that guy on the left, the guy on my right is going to hear my shots and push me because he thinks I'm busy with this guy. So I just shoot twice to get this guy thinking like, oh, he's fighting my teammate, I can go shotgun him. And I focus my energy on this guy while maintaining safety with the edge of the wall. See, I'm using this head glitch right here on my left is essentially like having another 2 or 3 teammates next to me, because it's allowing me to not get shot and focus on one-on-one engagements. If you look, every single time I get into a fight, I'm trying to cut it up into a 1v1. I'm not just like engaging 2 people at the same time. I'm using my environment, I'm using the walls and stuff to position myself so that it's a 1v1 and they're off to my left or off to my right or blocked by something. He pushes in. So now I've killed 2 of the 3 threats. Okay. Now I've killed 2 of the 3 threats. I 1v1 the Titan. I baited this hunter into jumping at me while getting damage on this guy. And now I take the 1v1 against this guy. And I win that 1v1. So I just turned a 3v1 against Wish and capping a very vital position on the map on B. I turned that into my advantage and helped my teammates clear the zone. So here I'm just trying to help my teammates, literally just trying to help my teammates, trying to stay alive. I noticed that they're spawning on A, but it's not many people spawning on A. If you look at the dots, it's typically only 2 people here. So this guy on the radar is reading like he's over here somewhere behind the wall, or either behind this wall or behind like further over here. But I don't have any threat in taking this engagement right here other than this person. This is my only threat, so it's a 1v1 again. Get the kill and I immediately come back. I'm coming back because If I would have slid that kill and slid this way, I potentially engaged this guy on my radar who I thought is over in this area. I engaged this guy with low health, see? Which gives him a much better chance of killing me. So I don't want to die. I'm playing intelligently. I'm making sure that I'm not going to die to this person over here. Also, his team spawning on my left, so don't want to be in their line of sight. So right there, you'll see I am able to correct a mistake with my mobility. The mistake was, if you look at the radar, you'll see what the mistake is here. See the radar? On the radar, there's only one real big red line. This little slight red line wasn't there a half a second ago. So in my brain, I see one person on the radar. I'm doing a breakdown, essentially a lesson for everybody, yeah. In my brain, I see one thing on radar, one red dot on radar, and I'm thinking to myself, I can 1v1 this guy. Like I can challenge this guy and out primary him, no problem. When I start to make my slide, when I start to make my move, I start to see 3 dots on the radar. See? 3 dots. So there's a real faint one here, there's one here, and then there's one here. So I don't see that as I'm sliding, and as I'm sliding, I say, oh, there's 2 people. This is fucked. What do I do, right? So in my brain, I can always get off 1 or 2 hand cannon shots before I have to worry about this threat. This threat is Antius Ward, shotgun, brain dead, crayon eater, doesn't know what he's doing. This guy doesn't, he just knows one way to do something, right? So this guy is my main threat in terms of taking damage at the moment. You'll see I shoot him twice and then shade step, or, you know, air bend, whatever the fuck, air dash. I air dash to the left. This is to isolate myself from this player who is coming with a shotgun. This is to isolate myself in this 1v1 engagement. I'm able to outplay him because I'm a better player. He's a brain dead crayon eater, Antius War Titan. I'm able to outplay him. And I know that the initial warlock that I shot twice in the head is probably still weak. Okay? The guy over there is probably still weak. So I immediately confidently challenge because this guy is probably walking forward or he's nervous. Like, oh shit, I'm weak. I don't really want to engage this guy. And I'm able to clean this guy up with some good shots. So if that was a 2v1 that I broke down into a 1v1. Get kills with super. Miss that throw, hit that throw. One more guy on my radar, hit this throw. Other guy ran into spawn or something, so I ignore him. Again, if you notice, I slide the corner. I see 2 players. It's almost the same exact scenario, except instead of the warlock having a Titan brain dead running in with a shotgun, it's a hunter. So I get my 2 shots on this guy. I already hit 1. I'm gonna shoot again, and then I'm gonna air dash to the right to avoid this shotgunner. See? Able to clean this guy up, mountaintop. Luckily he missed his shot. Here, golden gun. I try to throw that grenade to push the golden gun through some damage, but majority of the time what you want to do here is just get away from the golden gun. This golden gun is very easy to use. Point and click. Crouching, keeping my distance. I recognize that this is not the golden gun user, so I go after him and get away from the goldie. I notice here that that guy pre-fires the shit out of me, so I get nervous because in my brain, anytime someone frame shots me, I think to myself, okay, this guy's probably cheating. So I back up all the way down the hallway. Now here, I keep seeing 2 blips on my radar. I see them capping the zone, and I see my radar had 2 blips on it. So I just kind of hang back and know that somebody's gonna push me because people like to push when they have numbers. And now I'm just using my teammates as bait. Like if they get slide shotgunned, I can clean up the kill. Saw a smoke up here, got baited by it a little bit. Saw that they picked up heavy as well. So I'm trying to fight against heavy, but I'm trying to maintain good social distancing. I'm wearing my mask and I'm staying 6 feet away. This guy has a tractor cannon, but he's too busy fighting my teammate up here, so it opens up a free shot for me into his side. Right here, I'm just baiting this doorway, and my teammate luckily pops a super and runs in like a brain dead Titan crayon eater that he is. Shoot the anti wards because you know it's a fair exotic. Get kill credit for that. Now I have a guy acting as cannon fodder, right? This guy on the enemy team is focusing him. Guys on the left are focusing him. So he's pretty much just a big ass target. So what am I going to do when my teammates running in? I'm going to run behind them. Because that's what good teammates are for. Right here, I could have died. But the most important thing to note there is that I put shots into the guy in front of me, even though he wasn't looking at me. It's important to shoot that person, because if you don't do any damage to him and you just start running away or shooting the tether, that guy's just going to turn on you and kill you. Here I hear an arc staff. So first things first, in your brain, when you hear an arc staff, run. You can outrun the super at any point of the map, any class. You can outrun the arc staff. But as I'm running, I notice that no one on my team is spawning on A. Even though we have a cap point, there's no blue on my radar this way. So typically, if there's no blue on your radar in a certain direction, that means that the enemy team is either spawning there or they're coming forward from there, right? So I come out with my primary looking to fight because I know that the enemy team is spawning here. I end up getting a 1v1 or a 1v0. And that is my we ran out of medals.